Hey guys, this is GM Patzer. Welcome to the channel. I hope you're ready to learn, ready to study, and ready to play some chess. If you do enjoy my videos, make sure you subscribe, leave a like and a comment so I make some more of it for your enjoyment. Okay, see you in the video. Today, I'm going to show you some common checkmate patterns in chess. And patterns in chess are very important because they help you in the game, and you implement those patterns in your positional play in chess, and you should be very familiar with them at high levels, like Magnus Carlsen, which is the #1 world chess player right now, world champion. He knows a lot of chess patterns in his mind, which helps him be very good at chess. He recognizes ideas and implements them as he sees them. The more chess patterns you know, the stronger player you will be. So in this video series, I'm going to show you 5 checkmate patterns that are pretty common. The positions themselves I made myself, which means you're probably not going to find them in any game the way they're set up, but they're very common and they do come up in your games. And this is aimed for a lower level chess player, although you never know, the higher level chess player may be helped by having this refreshed as well. So this is the very first position. Now try to find the moves along with me. It's white to move, and this should be fairly simple. Now don't worry if you don't see it immediately. You will, because you're learning the pattern, and once you know the pattern, you will find the moves. So white to move and deliver checkmate. By the way, all these are checkmates in one, so you should find a checkmate in one move. Did you see it? Now notice that if the rook moves all the way down, it is a checkmate because there's no piece that can block the check from the rook, and the king itself is blocked by its own pawns. Now, if black were to move, black would give a check, white would have to defend the check, and then black would capture and mate at that point. So whoever moves first in this position would win the game. This is called a back rank mate, due to the fact that it happens on the back rank when the king is trapped. Next one. Again, this is white to move and checkmate. Now I was wrong about checkmates in one. Actually, this is not a checkmate in one, but try to find the moves or the series of moves that helps you achieve checkmate in one. So when you're looking at this position, if you realize that rooks can actually trap the king by first moving the rook from b1 to b5, and would make any random move, then a rook from a2 to a6 with a check. King cannot step up because it's trapped by the other rook, so king must go down. Rook from b5 to b7. King again cannot step up because the rook is trapping him on this, so he must go down. And the final move in the series would be rook from a6 to a8 checkmate. Now this is called the staircase mate, and if you notice, it kind of looks like a staircase once you start connecting those rooks on ranks next to each other, and you just go in a staircase method till you mate. Now if the king is close enough where he can grab one of the rooks, it's harder. Now if you have a rook and a queen, it's easier because the queen can defend the rook, so you'll have to place it on the proper square to deliver this form of mate. Next mate. Again, this is white to move and checkmate in one. Do not be tempted to grab the queen, because that would be the wrong move. I know the queen's just hanging, but do you have a checkmate? And if you have a checkmate, you don't worry about the queen or hanging piece, you go for the mate. And the move is queen to e7, checkmate. King is exposed in the center, knight defends the square of the checkmating square, and queen comes in and delivers the checkmate. Now this is called queen and knight checkmate. This can happen on many different parts of the board where the knight and the queen work together. Next, we have this one. Now you notice this is a lot of things happening in this one. So take your time and try to find the best move. Look at all the pieces on the board. Okay, now if you notice that the bishop is attacking the pawn on g7 diagonally, and the queen is aiming at the same pawn, we have found that the move will be queen takes g7 checkmate. Now this is called queen and bishop checkmate, And queen and bishop checkmates can happen all over the board as long as the bishop and the queen communicate between themselves to deliver the checkmate. And lastly, we have the fifth position of today's video. Now this may be a little harder. You have a lot of things happening in this position, but take your time and look at every piece and imagine how they work. And once you imagine that, find a pattern that will deliver checkmate. If you said knight takes queen, that's being greedy and it's not the correct answer, but it's not a problem. That happens a lot and you will learn. If you said rook takes, that cannot happen because queen is pinning the rook. And the only reason I'm pointing that out, because I want to show you a pin. A rook takes pawn on f7 would actually be a bad move and an illegal one. However, if you found knight from g to h6, checking the king, which is blocked very conveniently by the bishop, delivers checkmate. Now this is known as the bishop and knight mate. Harder to come up in games because the positional setup would have to be very well maneuvered. However, if you know the pattern, you will look for it in the game, and if you do see it, you will deliver checkmate in this style. Again, chess patterns are very important to your skill, so if you want to be a better player, learn more chess patterns. And there's no better place to start than with the checkmates, because if you checkmate, you win the game. Hey guys, again, I hope you enjoyed that video and I hope it helped you out. Remember, if it did, please leave a like, subscribe, and leave a comment so I make more of this stuff. Till next time, make sure you practice your chess, practice your patterns, and have fun with it. Take care.